What's happening, guys? So Nate back here, and in this video we are covering the most profitable targeting techniques. So put your seatbelt on and we are getting started right now. All right, guys, so what is targeting techniques? What do I mean by that? Well, I got some notes on my computer here, and I wanted to share with you exactly how I actually target and generate my ad sets on Facebook ads. Because some people will tell me, hey, you know what? I can't come up with 5 ad sets. I teach, hey, you know, put 5 ad sets together. That's actually the minimum. You should only have 5 ad sets, or you should have minimum 5 ad sets. If you can afford it, you should have like 20 or 30 ad sets, because it's gonna give you more opportunity to find a winning combination between a design and an audience, right? But you know, some people say, hey, this audience is only 300,000 people or 1 million people, and I can't come up with any more ad sets. It's only 1 ad set. And so what I wanna do now is I wanna show you how you can literally create as many ad sets as you want using some targeting techniques. So what do I suggest? Okay, so if you watched some of my videos before, you guys know that I am not a big proponent of using a lot of intersect. It narrows the audience too much, but I want to show you how you can use one intersect, and you can use that and make many ad sets using different combinations of intersects. What are intersects? Those are like when you narrow one audience with another. And so let's get on my computer here. Let's show you kind of what I mean. So the first way that I, will target is I'll go for the super broad terms. And I normally put one term per ad set. So that's, for example, scuba diving, right? Scuba diving is massive, 20, 30, 100 million. I don't know how many people, but it's a big audience. Broad terms always are single. They're always single keywords in that ad set. And I might have, depending on how big the niche is, I might have, up to 10 ad sets with just broad terms in there. And that's how I can create lots and lots of audiences. Now, what I like to also do is I will take some of those broad terms and I will flex them together, and now I'm creating intersects of scuba diving and, let's say, diving equipment, for example, here. Those are 2 broad terms, but now I'm flexing them together, I'm getting a new audience. So yes, let's say 2 of my ad sets are, one is scuba diving and the other ad set is diving equipment, but then I'm creating a new audience with my 3rd ad set, diving equipment, narrowed with diving or scuba diving. So even though they're over here already, now I create a new one, and it's not going to give you any overlap or whatever, even though you have 2 ad sets technically targeting very similar audiences. But the way that you're structuring it, you're not in that first couple days, when you're doing your initial launch on WC or your initial test, whatever, you're not gonna have any kind of overlap issues at all. And then let's say it all worked. Let's say we had a great design, it all worked. The intersect is probably more targeted, and you'll probably have better conversions, better cost per purchase on that intersect one compared to the broad one. So it's advantageous to do this. Anyways, you want to come up with as many ways to target a niche as possible, and this is how you do it. Now, the other way that I use it is just straight up fan pages, right? I say as many combinations of fan pages. So like I teach, organize your fan pages into similar groups. Like diving equipment would be the subtop, or even though diving equipment is a broad term here, you could have like diving equipment as a category. So then that interest inside that would be scuba mask, scuba flippers, snorkel, scuba snorkel, whatever the actual thing is called, dive knife or whatever, all the little, you can group that into a category. That would be another ad set. So then your fan pages are groups of interest that make up, 500,000 to 2 million or whatever. And that is how and you could have like, a lot of fan page ad sets that make up, at least 5, right? Whatever, but you can have as many. Like sometimes some big niches, I'll have 30 freaking ad sets using this strategy, because I'll have like 5 or 10 broad, I'll have 5 or 10 flex or intersect combinations, and I'll have 5 or 10 groups of interest as ad sets. And then I'll have a lot of ad sets. If you find a winner, that actually works with all those, which I have had before. I've had 20 plus ad sets all take off and start selling. That's when magic happens. That's when you start, like, you can scale so much and you can sell so many in one design per day because everything's just firing and working at the same time. It's amazing. It's like the best feeling in the world. After you get some data, you start working on your lookalike audiences. Well, I don't personally love lookalike audiences because they're more expensive and they don't necessarily work better. I always try to find new interests first. But with lookalikes, these are the ones that are my go-tos, right? I got 4 go-tos, and that is 1% of zero to 1% of ATC, 0 to 1% of purchase, 0 to 1 of page engagers. And I think there's also post engagers. And then 0 to 1 of 95% video views. So if you're running a video ad, you can do 95% video of that. And these are my 4, and now you can do so many other ways to create lookalike audiences, so many, but these are the ones that I've gotten consistent success with. So these are the ones I recommend. When I say consistent, I mean, these are the ones that normally work. If they work at all, these are the ones that normally work. And then here, this is very important, guys. I want to tell you what to avoid when it comes to targeting. You want to avoid behaviors. If this was buying behaviors and any of the behaviors that Facebook gives you as targeting options, avoid those. Avoid employers, avoid job titles, avoid any of the demographics. And why do we avoid those? We avoid those because they're more expensive. I don't want to pay more CPM just because Facebook feels like charging me more. This is how, if just avoid those, just use the interest, right? Broad interest, fan pages interest, and then flex the broad ones together, and now use this technique, and now you can create lots and lots of combinations with avoiding the expensive targeting options. And trust me, you don't need them anyways. They don't convert that high. You don't need the buying behaviors. They're not, or engaged shoppers. Let me put that one in there. I think that's a buying behavior, but whatever. Engaged shoppers. Yeah, you don't want that. You don't need it. Trust me. It's not gonna give you any kind of improvement in your conversion rate. From what I've found, and it's not. People say, well, isn't it worth the higher conversion rate for paying the more? Well, it doesn't equal that. That's what I'm saying, man. It doesn't equal it. Yeah, this is what to avoid. These are the way I target it. This is definitely gonna help you scale campaigns, definitely help you find winners because you've got more combinations. Some of you guys aren't testing enough. I know you launch one ad set with 5 designs. One ad set's not gonna do it. You gotta test more ad sets. You gotta test a lot. This is 90% testing, 10% actually running your WC. It's all testing, all the budget, all the expense, everything's on testing. If you follow my formula, right? And I'm gonna stick by that, no matter who wants to argue with me. And I know there's so many of you. There's a lot of people that still don't believe me, no matter how much proof I show. They ask the same questions. Why not just go straight to WC? Why do I have to test? Whatever, it's okay. I can't please everybody, but that's fine. Okay, guys, so take this information. I hope this information helps. I hope this helps you create new ad sets, target it the correct way. And you guys, if you want more details or more videos about Facebook ads or targeting or Shopify, print on demand or whatever, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And I'm gonna see you guys on the next video.